Hey guys, welcome to the TechSpot channel. My name is AQ and in this video, we will talk about business and jobs pros and cons. Now let's start the video. Needs can be met by a job, but desires are never fully realized. Rich people can only be made through commerce. 90% of the world's population only has 10% of the wealth, while 10% of the population controls 90% of it. Furthermore, not one of those 10% of people works. You make the decision to conduct business no matter what. After giving all of these things some thought, you accumulate a sum of 8 to 10 lakhs and launch a business with it after investing all of your money and borrowing from friends, family, and even after spending so much money. If that business fails and you work long hours without seeing any returns, even after spending so much money, if you are forced to question whether this is the right decision, what would you think? Data indicates that 90% of those who launch a firm encounter this issue. They utterly fail. This year, around 167,076 new startups were founded. This figure is 7.5% greater than it was the year before. Each year, there are more firms launched, and fewer of them succeed. Today, everyone is concerned about the possibility of a business failing before beginning one or making investments in any industry. What if it starts to slow down? What if everything is lost? But what if I told you about some company concepts you could simply turn into profitable ventures? Especially in 2023, the following year. How about obtaining a flawless plan as well as success stories from others in the same sector who have already completed this? How about learning about some business concepts that are unstoppable, the enterprise that is unfailingly sustainable and will endure? These are the kind of enterprises and industries where you can establish your own business and make investments in some of the top firms in these fields. You can choose to work in these expanding industries if you do not wish to be in the corporate world. Are you prepared now? Amazon. This business was founded in India in June 2013. Then, after a few years, it began conducting thousands of crores worth of business. Recent sources indicate that Amazon did 21,462 crore in commerce in India alone during the fiscal year 2022. Flipkart was founded in Bangalore, India, in October 2007. And right now, it generates about 50,000 crores in revenue annually. Likewise, Swiggy debuted in 2014. And by 2022, it had grown to be a firm worth $10 billion, or almost 80,000 crore rupees. If Zepto, Rapido, Dunzo, Grofers, or Delivery are mentioned, all of these businesses are relatively new, but they have expanded extremely quickly. And currently conduct yearly business of thousands of crores. What do each of these businesses do? If we pay close attention, practically all of these businesses move a product from one location to another, and they charge certain commissions for this. They have been able to grow so quickly because of this. Just consider, are they distributing their own goods? Have they created those goods on their own? No. Moreover, some goods were available on the market earlier as well. Along with buyers like us, these businesses developed a platform that offered vendors and buyers a solution to their issues. Sellers found marketing to be simple, while buyers had less difficulty leaving the house, shopping in a crowded area, haggling, and squandering time. All of these issues were eventually resolved. Despite your want to stay in, you are hungry. Swiggy or Zomato will likely be the first names that come to mind. A person who will transport food for you between locations. This is also a form of indirect transportation. Prior to now, getting about required using either a personal automobile or public transportation. Somewhere, today, though, Ola, Uber, or Rapido come to mind first. There are several such platforms available nowadays, which, directly or indirectly, engage in the transportation industry and move goods from one location to another. Hence, you too can consider making a significant contribution to this field. Start by generating some ideas for how you may profit from investing in this sector. Every Indian wants to provide their children with a solid education and see them flourish in life. In order to provide their children with a quality education, they dedicate their entire lives to doing so. Hence, you should invest in the education sector if you are also interested in the teaching profession or if you can directly or indirectly aid children in reaching progress. Since its founding in 2010, Udemy has grown to be a $4 billion enterprise. Byju's began operations in 2011 and was valued at $16.5 billion in 2018. In 2015, Unacademy was launched. And by 2020, it had grown to be a business with a value of $3.40 billion. Similar to this, there are numerous startups in the education sector, including Upgrad, Skillshare, Coursera, and Eruditus. These are some of the top companies in the education sector, and Aloft them were founded within the last 5 to 10 years. There are numerous methods to get started in this industry. For instance, you may create a coaching business or open a school or college. The education industry encompasses more than just formal education. Our industry is not simply about maths, science, or accounting. You can start teaching video editing even if you are a skilled individual. If you're a proficient guitarist, or you may excel at stock market trading. If you are skilled in anything, from controlling a rocket to knitting a jumper, you may teach it to others by starting your own offline school or through online social networks, and you will greatly benefit from this. In terms of my own business, iDigitalpreneur, it was founded in December 2020. When we first started educating people how to build a business from scratch, we taught them high-paying abilities and how to monetize them. We have increased its valuation to over 100 crores in less than 2 years. This demonstrates the obvious potential in the education industry. And you should consider making an investment in IT. It is accurate to say that 90% of businesses fail. The main cause is that people begin taking risks by investing a sizable sum of money in business before they have any training or experience. It's similar like jumping into the ocean without first learning how to swim in a pool. If you want to succeed in business, you should begin by learning the fundamentals from a reputable source. That's similar like practicing in the pool before going outside, where you don't have to worry about drowning. After you master the fundamentals of swimming and put that knowledge into practice, you'll be prepared to swim in both the sea and the ocean. You have the chance to pick up special talents from a lot of successful business owners thanks to iDigitalpreneur. How they built quite sizable businesses while taking no risks. You may master the fundamentals and foundations of business without spending millions and crores of rupees. And you can make money as well. There is a link in the description section if you would want more details. Simply enter your information there, and our team will contact you within 48 hours. They'll give you all the information. The greatest characteristic of Indians is their love of food. A local delicacy and a language change occur every 100 kilometers. When it comes to Zomato and Swiggy, they have combined two thriving industries to build a successful business. Both food and travel. Fresh Menu Fasos /Smajikpan /CZ Diner, and the list goes on forever. These are the businesses that focused on the food industry and developed successful operations there. Please let us know in the comments if you would want to see a comprehensive case study of any of these businesses. On this channel, a case study for you will be available soon. The food industry is rife with business opportunities like food vlogs, food channels on YouTube, nutritionists and dietitians, home tiffin services, catering, culinary classes, homemade pet foods, sprouting, microgreen farms, ice cream parlors, and the list goes on and on. So, immediately begin to consider how you may make a significant contribution to the food industry. There were 39 crore people living there in 1947, the year of independence. Its population has grown to 141 crores in 2022, a rise of 100 crore people in 75 years. As a result, there should be an increase in food grain production. Although there are more consumers now, there is still a finite amount of land. In order to enhance output, the Green Revolution began in 1960. Whereby irrigation systems, contemporary technologies, as well as herbicides, pesticides, and fertilizers, were made available to Indian farmers. Since pollution and water contamination increased along with population growth, ROs have become a common household appliance, and hundreds of diseases that affect us now are a result of all these changes. Now, illnesses that we had never ever heard of are widespread. Every family has members who have diabetes, thyroid issues, or high blood pressure. The health sector would then be an evergreen industry that would never go out of business. In reality, the COVID pandemic has done a great job of teaching people the value of having health insurance and coverage. You may truly benefit from investing in the health industry. NetMeds Healthify Me /S Pharmacy Aadhaar generic by Tata Health. These are a few examples of flourishing companies in the healthcare industry from which you might draw inspiration. Please let us know in the comments section below if you'd like to see their case studies. I want to share with you all an incredible case study from the pharmaceutical industry. I just had a meeting with Mr. Arjun Deshpande, the creator of generic Aadhaar, whose tale personally greatly moved me. At the age of 16, he founded generic Aadhaar, which has grown in value to 500 crores in just 3 years. He has such a compelling vision and objective that when Ratan Tata Sir learned of him, he personally called him and donated money. He not only became his business partner, but also his mentor. When he was in the 10th grade, he first noticed the elderly man who would beg frequently. The chemist declined the old man's request to buy the medication on credit. After being let down, Arjun could not help himself and he was leaving the pharmacy. He learned that the man's wife had cancer and that her monthly medical costs were close to 15,000 rupees. Also, he did not have enough money each month to spend that much on medications. Arjun was deeply affected by this event, and he was unable to get past it. How the elderly man was so defenseless and unable to pay for his wife's medication. Arjun was conducting research to see how much it costs to manufacture medications one day. He learned that the drugs, which are made for only 2,000 rupees but are marketed for 15,000 rupees at a typical pharmacy, every brand receives medication from the same production facilities. Following that, many brands give them their own labels and prices before putting them on the market. The same benefits and quality, but at different costs, and the diabetes medication, which is only worth 5 rupees, is sold for 125 rupees as a result of how money is distributed across the supply chain. He made the decision to find a solution. He founded the business under the name Generic Aadhaar. He began sending prescription drugs directly from the manufacturer to the retailer, which had a dramatic impact on the pharmaceutical industry. At the age of 17, Sir Ratan Tata supported him, provided him with funds and coaching, and now he gets funding from Japan. His goal is to lower the cost of medicine for Indians, and he has established more than 2,000 franchises. He is currently the CEO of a 500 crores worth multi-million-dollar corporation at the age of 20. Also, he has gained a great deal of respect both in India and internationally. The moral of the story is to identify a real problem and offer a solution in order to build a successful business. He was quite moved when I explained how our company, iDigitalpreneur, is bringing about a revolution in the education sector. He also became a part of our goal. Let me reiterate that if you want to learn the fundamentals of business and make money, you can do so without taking on any risk and without spending lakhs and crores of rupees. You can also learn the special skills that successful entrepreneurs use to build successful businesses, and that too from the professionals. The description boxes linked to the form should be filled out. Within 48 hours, the staff will give you a call. They'll give you all the information. Good day, you have now completed the video, and we want to thank you for watching. Don't leave just yet, though. I want to take a moment to personally thank you for sticking with this video all the way to the conclusion, since making a video in this documentary format requires a lot of research, scripting, shooting, and editing. It requires many days and nights. You have no idea how pleased I am to see your support. It makes me feel great. So please don't forget to click the like button if this video has truly improved your lives and you enjoyed it. You can also click the disapprove button if you didn't like it. Please comment with your thoughts on this subject so that everyone in our community can engage with one another and exchange knowledge. If you have any fantastic business ideas, Please comment and let us know what you think. So that everyone in our community can engage with one another and share knowledge. Coming soon to this channel are incredible videos in an amusing documentary style about business, finances, and life. Hence, if you don't want to miss any such worthwhile videos, as soon as a new video is posted on this channel, simply click the subscribe and bell icons to receive an immediate notification. Furthermore, double-check your settings to make sure all of your notifications are enabled. I wish you a wonderful experience in the future. What are the financial dark secrets that are kept from the lower and middle classes? We are not taught about it in school, college, or other institutions. So what is the main factor influencing the success of Virat Kohli, Mukesh Ambani, Gautam Adani, and Elon Musk? If you view the video on the right side, you will comprehend.